maybe like so. Let's have a look. This is the effect I get, and it's different on every chord. This might be too extreme, but we'll see later on in conjunction with the shades. And now I can move the whole thing so I should make sure that the axis is where my objects are. If I don't want to move it by hand, I can also use the commands to position the axis to center of this object. This doesn't work because it's located probably here. So moving that, I can show you the trick later. So let's hit L again and move them outwards, and now that way I can just make them run through there. Well, usually they should be placed outwards further, but this is a step I should have thought of a bit earlier. Of course, you can correct that. I can show you like what you could do is choosing the paths like this, and then you have a size showing the distance. So I could go like 20, have a look if that looks better, and then I can go and say 20 for everything. So for each 2 chords I do this. So you see my modeling workflow is a bit of a combination of anticipating and things, so I just plan stuff. So the distance from here to there you got me, is more like combining or anticipating stuff, and at the same time being hopefully able to correct some mistakes quickly. Okay. This is how far we got. Don't forget to save your scene. And like here. And I always use grow shading lines so I can see whether anything is okay. If you want to see your work better, you could already start with changing some settings in terms of ambient occlusion or so to see the gaps better, but I leave that for now, and I call my sweeps chords and put them below my shades, and I deactivate the visibility of both of those guys. So for the windows, I can choose edge loops, maybe for without having selected anything, and I should just select all these guys. You can either do it, the way I just did it, clicking on them, or I would like to show you another trick. You can also select stuff that's easier to select. Oh no, we just do it by hand in this case. And you can also now use MS for beveling again, just to make this look a little nicer. Yeah, that will do. And what else do we need? I cannot say if it's a demo, so what else do we need? Oh yeah, I kind of pushed them together, leaving the chords. We can do that too. Let's just position our access center where we can actually use it, and I would place it right on top, pressing L before I do so, moving it 180 to top, or no, maybe just 10 more centimeters, and now I remove L like the axis tool and I can move them up. Probably not quite the way it is in reality, but works for me. And what I wanted to do was disabling this wall, keeping this wall, and well, not so happy with that. Maybe we do it halfway then. Okay. What's our next thing we want to change? It's maybe the walls here. If you want to have something simple, then we could change these walls here. For example, in order to extrude something by 30 units without creating caps, we get a piece of floor we can maybe use later on for something. And same here, so that's okay. But you could also go back and create a cut, right, maybe just one, and go UL, stop at boundary edges, and place it on 2 meters. So the same size, like 190, and then I could do something like a little bay, so to speak, like goes inwards there, and later on we can use UP again, delete this, and use maybe the same trick again. Put this to 190, 180, and you may want to place a door in there. And with doors there's something special, because if I want to extrude them first inwards, then I need to create preserved groups again, and the bad thing is that it creates me 2 polygons down here, so I would have to remove them and to select those 2 guys here, those edges, and set them to 0 in world coordinates. But I don't want to have a door like this, I would like to dissolve